welcome back to Stuff We Do, where we do all the knife stuff you love. Knife reviews, knife tests, knife modifications, and outdoor stuff with knives. This video is one of those videos I did not really want to make. Okay, first things first, why do I have a Toyota Bucky, what do you call these things? Whatever, those things that you put on the floor to not tread mud into your car. Anyway, why do I have one of those on my normal cutting mat? Because I use this whenever I disassemble knives, or actually disassemble anything with lots of small parts. These wonderful divots at the back catch little screws like a champion, and I have not lost anything yet. Okay, now I hope I didn't jinx myself right there. Anyway, next thing, I've been singing these things praises a little while back, and I still love them, but do you hear that sound? Something is grinding on something, and for some other reason, this thing does not want to open anymore. Now, that's a problem. Another thing, there might be dirt in it, because whenever I say, this is my new hard-use knife, for some other reason I try to prove it and I break them. So let's see what we can do, because something went horribly wrong over here. Okay. Okay, this already seems to be a bit more than a struggle than I wanted it to be. Let's just see what I can do. I hope there's a bit of dirt or something caught in there. And I hope it's going to be a quick fix to get this sorted. But we'll see in a second what's going to happen here. Okay, it already felt like I stripped a screw, so I really hope that was not really the case now, because these screws are fighting me. Go lie over there. Again, I feel like these screws want to strip rather than want to open. Okay. I really hope this is not going to be one of those knives that's going to fight me until the last. Because that would be really sad if it's going to do that. Did it strip the screw, or did my tool strip now? Okay, the tool is still fine, so I think I might have just stripped the bottom screw on this thing. This thing is just spinning, which is horribly sad, because you can't get to the other side. Okay. Let's see what the damage is on this. I really hope there's nothing horribly wrong, because I did really enjoy this knife. Okay, I have the knife out. Hold the knife, the pivot out. And then these seem to really have stripped now. Now I cannot really go on with it like that, because how on earth am I going to fix it if I cannot get the bottom, and yes, it would appear that it did strip. Okay, so what now? What would a normal person do in this situation? There we can see that something has been scratching up that quite a lot. There we see these little phosphor bronze or brass bushings. There's quite a big hook over there. Can you see that? Big burr over there. Okay, now I have to do something to get these guys out. At least I have 2 extra screws. The ones over here. So if those other 2 are stripped, I can use these. It won't be as pretty, but it will still be 100% functional. Really, did both of these bottom ones strip now? It would appear that way. Come on, get out of here. I don't know if that's turning. It doesn't feel like it at all. It just feels like it's slipping. Okay. Ghost knives. Not a fan anymore. I'll see what I can do with this and come back to you later. This is where we are at this stage. The bolt broke off inside there. There's the other little half. Can you see it? Okay, so it broke off in here, but it's still attached there. I don't know if you can see that, but I broke a nail. So now it's wore. Let's do this. There's this book by Adam Savage that says all tools are hammers. So I took one of my blacksmithing hammers. It's an old one. I don't know how old, but it's an old one that I bought second hand. And a steel nail, and I was able to beat it out after I grind it. Well, ground. Okay, so this is a great way to screw up your day. At least now this one is also out, and it also broke off in there. So I wouldn't have been able to use the, what do you call that thing? The standoff anyway, because it broke off inside there. Okay, and that is not what we want. So now I'm going to see if I can. I hope this works. I don't know if it will. If I can take this one out here, or the top one, I don't know. I don't really care. Either one of these standoffs, put it at the back, put it together, and hopefully it's strong enough to work like that. Okay, let me think. Okay, so then this little standoff, I had to hold with the pliers on this side so it wouldn't spin around. And then as I unscrewed it, guess what happened? Same thing. The little bolt just sheared off right in there. So I don't know what type of Loctite they use. But let me tell you, I am done with this knife and any of its ilk. Done. Before I sound too distraught and too sad or emotional about what happened, it does happen. Every now and again, you strip a screw. Every now and again, something doesn't want to come out of something, whatever. Normally, it's because you have bad Torx bits. But the ones I've been using for years. They are good quality. The bits are still fine. Everything is great. Second thing, sometimes things are loctite-ed. Now, normally, if you put a little bit of heat on it, it will open. I did put some heat on it, it did not get loose. Okay. And sometimes the screws are made of subpar butter. Okay. But again, there's always ways around things. Okay, I took off that horrible burr thing that was going on here at the bottom. And the track is normal. Yeah, the track is normal for the bearing to run on, especially if there's a coating on. And this knife should work fine if we put it back together. But because you cannot find standoffs for these things and whatever, this knife will go into a little Tupper container like this, and then it will go into a little corner somewhere in the garage, and it will be used as a little Frankenstein for spare parts for other knives that want to live. Okay, stay safe, happy, and have a good one. Goodbye.